everyone, welcome back to my channel, Gypsy Nicky. What I wanted to take a look at tonight is, and it's a pretty hot night, it's about 32 degrees Celsius here in Toronto, with no wind, so very humid. So we're melting away here. But always have the love of the crypto forecast with the tarot, always to keep me going. That is my passion. That is my love. What I wanted to take a look at is over the next 30 days to do a Zodiac spread on the central banks across the world. I'm definitely not a banking expert per se. I don't have the technical know-how like say Bixweer has from Road to Router. But I have a sense, you don't have to be rocket scientists to take a look at what's going on in the world with inflation, interest rate hikes, gas price hikes, potential mortgage crisis around the corner, to figure out that, something's got to happen with the banks. I feel like, the banks are out of policies. They've been printing money. We all know that basically, it's all a facade. It's all been manipulated. They just keep printing money and printing money. Like I said, I don't know the technical details. Jim Willie from goldenjackass.com, he is phenomenal with the details on the banking system, along with Bixweer from Road to Router. Putting aside, obviously timing, Bixweer, I know we're all a little bit, fed up because, he keeps saying tomorrow, the price is going to go up with silver. We still haven't seen that yet, but his technical analysis is like no other for the banking system. So I would say put aside his date predictions. I know it can be very frustrating, and take a look at his technical analysis on the derivative side. It's phenomenal. Him and Jim Willie, I think, are and then there's obviously a few others, like David Morgan, Andy Sheckman, that are very au fait with the banking system, to couple together with the COMEX and the derivatives there. Basically, the paper silver that doesn't exist. Ludicrous, okay. So anyways, I want to take a look at the central banks across the world. So this will be for the US, for Canada, Europe, Australia, Africa, Asia. I want to do one big look at kind of central banks across the world, or do a Zodiac for the next 30 days to see what we can expect with the central banks. I just a sense something is coming up. That's just my intuition. Something's coming up. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to kind of figure out that something is going down. So let's see. Next 30 days, let's do a Zodiac spread for the central banks across the world. What can we see? What can we expect? And I do the Zodiac spread as if the central banks are my clients. They come to my office and they're sitting here. So we do like the first house, second house, all the way through to the 12th house. And what can we expect with the central banks globally? Interesting. So I did this Zodiac specifically for the next 30 days, starting from today. So roughly July 19th to around mid-August. So the overview is, there is the support. So the main theme is by the next 30 days, there could be a surrender, a collapse of some of the banks. That's a 10 of swords. That's in the 10th house. So the main reading in the Zodiac, when I look at it, I see, kind of what are they building up to. The main line down the middle is, like an ends up in a 10 of swords, which is like a surrender. This guy's lying in a yoga position on the floor, but they've surrendered. So there could be a few banks that actually surrender to going bankrupt. I know that a few of them are already bankrupt, but it has not been announced. And there's a potential that it could be announced in the next 30 days. There could be some public statement about some of the big banks that have gone under. Jim Willie has said that, he has intel. And also, if you look at all the reports, the Bank of America could potentially have already gone bankrupt, but not announced, not in mainstream media. So overall, within the next 30 days, there could be like a complete surrender of the banks. Some of them even going bankrupt. But the ego of the banks, so what's happened, that's the persona that they are portraying to the world, to us, is it's completely flipped. So I feel that they have been taken over. There's a flip, there's a wheel of fortune, there's a flip, and it's across, it's aspected from the devil card, so it's flipped. I feel like it's flipped from the deep state to the white hats, okay? And that's in the ego, what they're presenting. So that's really, really good. And these are major arcanas. So there's been a flip, because this is aspected across from the devil. So there's been a flip from the deep state to the white hats, okay? But it's actually seen, it's actually presented, because the ego is what is presented to the world. So actually what we see in the next 30 days is that the banks have already flipped from the deep state to the white hats. There's been a complete flip in the banking system. Very good. And we actually see it. It's in the persona. And the second house, the house of money, right now is all they have, all that the old guys have, the bad guys, they just have Seven of Wands, basically just defending themselves through, this is aspected across from the other side of the zodiac. All they have is kind of defending themselves through media, through communications. From what I'm seeing, they don't have any money left. The old system, it's flipped. It's going to be an absolute flip. Right now, the old guys, the deep state that is leaving, the old system, the central banks, in terms of money, I don't see that they have any money. They're just defending. It's kind of like fake it until they make it. It's just a Seven of Wands, just defending themselves here. Seven of Wands, of defending they're trying to do whatever they can to defend their position through communication, through word, through emails, through text, through phone calls. They got nothing left. They have no money. There's no money here in the second house. They're just defending with words, texts, emails, phone calls. It's just words, but nothing to back it up. Communicate. This is the third house, a house of communication. This is just a house of manipulation. So they're still manipulating the communication to the clients. It's the King of Cups. There's still hidden things that they're not communicating. It's all about deceit. This is about deceit. He's got hidden stuff. So basically all they down to, and this flips. So this actually flips. It actually flips to a healing card in the next 30 days. So that actually flips. That actually changes. All they're down to is basically defending themselves through lies. Lies through text, lies through emails. That's emails, social media, texts, any kind of form of communication, but it's also about gossip, lies, and innuendos. Okay, so that's the only thing they have left in defending their positions, the old banks. In their hearts, they know they're done. They know they've been taken over. They've been taken down. Strength. This is a strength card. They've been taken down by their system has been taken down. They've been and in the next 30 days there's a surrender. There could be some of the major banks, maybe like Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse. Those are some of the guys that Jim Willie mentions. It's possible that it's actually known that they have gone bankrupt, okay, and they surrender to it because they got nothing left. They have no money. They are just trying to defend themselves through their written word and through manipulating the information, lies. Okay, they're done, guys. They're done. The fifth house, the house of creativity, they are still trying to keep things hush hush. So they're still trying to keep things hush hush about what's done. Four of Pentacles, through, again, that's across from it, the aspecting. So trying to keep things hush hush about what's really going on, and that they have no money, that they're done, and there's still like manipulation, right? Fake it until you make it, magician, aspected really, really badly. Okay, so they creatively trying to hide, you know, what is really going on through just deception, lies, deception. That's all they have left. The sixth house, the house of daily operations, is a house of victory. Victory where the truth gets disclosed about who they really are. I feel that there's a victory for everyday banking, in everyday shenanigans, everyday with everyday banking with people. There's a victory. I do believe that we find out, the truth comes out. So that's across, but in the next 30 days, that's across the aspecting. From in the 12th house, aspects the 6th house. The truth comes out. The Queen of Wands, she's all about truth. She's all about authenticity. She does not hold back. She is herself. So day-to-day operations, I feel the next 30 days, there's a victory because the truth comes out about these guys. Yeah. There could even be some kind of announcement that comes out about their actual status, that they're done, they're toast. The old guys, they have no money. Okay, so there could be an announcement. That's the other side of, that's in the 11th house, the house of the community. This is the 7th house, and it's aspected with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is 7th house is to do with key relationships. So if they were my client here, the key relationships would be with their clients, which would be us. So we are aware, and it's aspected with the victory. It's aspected with the victory and with the Page of Swords. Okay, those cards are aspecting it. So we are aware. There's a victory because their clients, that's us, are aware of who they really are and what they're really about. In the next 30 days, I feel that it's more revealed about who they are, who they were. Okay, you know, the word is out. Okay, it's done. You know, we know. And this is us. I feel that with the banks is, I feel that this is to do with us, the clients. The major lesson for the 30 days, the major spiritual transformation is that with us. You know, we are researching. We've become information warriors. A lot of people, and defending our own position. We might even be taking our money out of the bank. You know, we're finding out more information. We're finding out really about who they are. The truth is coming out about who they are slowly through social media. And people are defending their position. People are even looking as to where else where else they can transfer their money, because they know that it's not safe. The message from Spirit is that within the next 30 days, the truth comes out about these guys. Okay, that's the Queen of Wands. The truth, and there's a victory for the people. The truth does come out. I feel that some of the big ones might actually be a collapse, because that's a 5 of Cups. There's like a 5 of Cups for the bank. That's a falling apart. That's a being kicked out. That's a regret. That's been, but I think it's It's not a regret for the bad they've done to humanity. It's a regret that they've been kicked out. It's a regret that they're no longer in control of the financial system, and there's been a takeover. I feel that this takeover was done a while back. That's in the fourth house, but it's just about to show itself in the next 30 days. Like people, us, the clients, humanity actually becomes aware of who they are. We become aware of it. There's a surrender. There could be an announcement about things. So basically they have no money. And I feel in the next 30 days, the big ones might actually go down. Interesting. This may be a good time, to look into other places where to put cash. Maybe just to have enough cash in the bank just to pay the bills, but take any excess out. Because if the big guys go down, if there's a surrender of the big guys, right? There may be some accounts that are lost. Like if you have any significant cash, there's a risk that it could be lost. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm just reading the cards, but do the research yourself. Find out more information. Look at Big Swear, Road to Ruda. Keep the dates aside, but what he does say about the banking system, what's about to happen. Also there is David Morgan, there's Wall Street Silver, Zero Hedge, those are all on Twitter. There are a lot of different Beyond Mystic, Jean-Claude. They've all been studying the banking system for years, and a lot of them are these silver experts. They know what's going on. So if you want more information into what's really going on in the banking system, start there, and you put the pieces together. I'm just reading the cards. I've been reading cards since I was 10 years old. It's my go-to. I've had 100% accuracy since I was 10, provided I interpret correctly. So that's what I do. I do feel that in the next 30 days is going to be key evidence that some of them are actually bankrupt. Some of them may actually go down. Interesting times, Now may be a time if you have cash to move that all into silver or gold or some of the cryptos that I've been speaking about. Obviously not financial advice, but I wouldn't have any excess cash in the bank right now. Anyways, just here to show some options that are available, highlight some hidden stuff that is not in the mainstream media. It's all about financial freedom and financial independence. So anyways, do like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.